Hello, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the top 5 most valuable rare USA Lincoln pennies that are not just old, but worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. So grab your magnifying glass and your coin jar, because one of these might just change your life forever. Stick around till the end because number 1 on this list is a penny that turned its owner into a millionaire overnight. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of a coin that may be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You heard that right. A coin that many overlook might actually be worth a jaw-dropping $77,229. So, if you're ready to learn what makes this small piece of copper worth a small fortune, stick around until the end of the video. You don't want to miss this. Let's jump right into the history, features, errors, and value factors behind the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, one of the most underappreciated yet highly sought-after coins in U.S. numismatic history. We begin our story in the year 1977. America was coming out of the Vietnam War era, and the economy was shifting. Gas was under $1 a gallon, Elvis Presley had just passed away, and the Lincoln penny, a coin that's been in circulation since 1909, was still one of the most commonly used coins in everyday life. In 1977, the U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins at multiple facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But there's something very specific about the 1977 no-mint mark penny that makes it unique. The no-mint mark version was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time typically did not include a mint mark on their coins. This absence of a mint mark isn't necessarily an error; it was standard for coins made in Philadelphia. However, certain 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cents possess rare characteristics and high-grade conditions that set them apart, and this is where the big money comes in. Now let's talk about the design of this iconic coin. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the timeless bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The words, "In God We Trust," arc above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" rests to the left, and the year 1977 is struck to the right. But here's where it gets interesting. If there's no mint mark beneath the date, then you have a Philadelphia struck coin. On the reverse side of the penny, we have the classic Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Between the columns of the memorial, a tiny statue of Lincoln can actually be seen if you look closely, a remarkable detail on such a small coin. Surrounding the memorial are the inscriptions: United States of America at the top and 1 cent at the bottom, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, above the memorial. Now let's talk rarity and value. Most 1977 no-mint mark pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent, in circulated condition. But here's where it gets exciting. A select few examples of this coin have been found in extremely high grades, meaning they were never used in daily transactions and have been perfectly preserved since the day they were struck. These rare specimens, especially those graded MS 67 or higher, that's mint state 67 on the Sheldon scale, can command tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The most famous sale of a 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny took place at a prestigious auction where one stunning example, graded MS 67 plus read by PCGS, sold for a record-breaking $77,229. That's right, 1 cent turned into more than $77,000. Why? Because of the combination of flawless condition, strong strike, vibrant red luster, and its scarcity in such a high grade. These coins are incredibly hard to find, even among experienced collectors. So how do you know if your 1977 penny is worth thousands? Here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark. If it has no mint mark and the coin is from 1977, you have a Philadelphia penny. Next, examine the coin's condition. Is it clean and free of scratches, nicks, or discoloration? Does it have its original red shine? If so, you may have a coin in mint state condition, and that means serious value. If you believe your coin is in exceptional shape, you should consider sending it to a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. A professional evaluation is the best way to determine if your penny is worth hundreds, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Also, be on the lookout for error coins from 1977. Some pennies from that year have been discovered with double die obverse, off-center strikes, and even struck through grease errors. These minting mistakes can also boost the coin's value significantly, especially when paired with high-grade condition. Now let's talk about the current market value. As of today, June 2025, the highest auction record for a 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny stands at an eye-popping $77,229. Even specimens in slightly lower grades, say MS-66 or MS-65, can sell for hundreds to several $1,000s, depending on the quality and demand. And with more collectors entering the hobby and searching for rare coins, values are likely to rise even more in the future. Here are some real-life recent sales to give you a better idea. A 1977 no-mint mark penny graded MS-66 red sold for $1,500 at auction. A beautiful MS-67 red example fetched $9,700. And of course, the top-tier MS-67 Plus red version brought in a record $77,229. So the next time you're going through your pocket change, rolls of pennies from the bank, or your childhood coin collection, make sure you keep an eye out for the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It might not look like much at first glance, but if it's in pristine condition, it could be your ticket to thousands of dollars, or even more. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark was made in Philadelphia. Most are only worth face value, but rare high-grade examples are worth serious money. The top-selling 1977 no-mint mark penny went for a whopping $77,229. Look for coins with bright red color, no wear, sharp details, and no scratches, errors, and varieties can increase value significantly. Always consider getting your coin professionally graded for accurate valuation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another update on valuable rare coins. Drop a comment below and let us know if you've ever found a rare penny or if you have a 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep searching. That penny in your pocket just might be worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's exciting video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most valuable pennies from the modern era, the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding in your pocket change, but might be worth a jaw-dropping $89,223 today. So make sure to watch till the very end, because we're going to explore the full value history. What makes this penny so special, and how you can spot one that's worth a fortune. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a single rare coin discovery. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of American currency since its first release in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design featuring Lincoln's bust on the obverse side was the first time a real historical figure was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. Over the years, this humble 1-cent piece has seen many changes, from the wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959, and later to the Union Shield in 2010. Now, let's zoom in on the year 1980. This was a time of change and inflation in America. The penny was still being struck in a copper alloy, just before the shift to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. The 1980 D penny, minted in Denver, carries the D mint mark just below the year on the obverse side. In total, more than 5.1 billion of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, making it seem extremely common at first glance. So how can a coin with over 5 billion minted possibly be worth nearly $90,000? That's the magic of mint errors, condition, rarity, and high-demand collector interest. Most 1980 D pennies are worth face value or just a few cents to $1 in circulated condition. But some rare examples, especially those with high-grade mint state conditions, rare errors, or unique varieties, have sold for astonishing prices at auction. And among these, one spectacular specimen recently shocked collectors when it sold for $89, $223. Let's talk about what made that coin so valuable. First off, the condition. The penny was graded by a professional grading service as MS68 red, that's mint state 68, with full red luster. MS68 is an extremely high grade for a coin struck over 4 decades ago. It means the coin was preserved in nearly perfect condition, with no visible wear and only the tiniest flaws visible under magnification. Secondly, the color designation, red, is crucial. Copper coins like Lincoln cents are graded not just by wear, but by color, brown, BN, red-brown, RB, and red RD. A full red designation means the coin has retained its original copper color, which is extremely rare in older coins. Collectors will pay a premium for red examples. Now let's talk about errors and varieties. Some of the most valuable 1980 pennies feature incredible mint errors that occurred during the production process. Here are a few of the rarest errors to look for: off-center strikes, when the coin wasn't struck perfectly on center, leaving part of the design missing; double dies, particularly a double die obverse (DDO), where you can see doubling on the date the word Liberty or In God We Trust; die cracks or cuds. These are raised areas or blobs of metal where the die was cracked during striking. Wrong planchet errors, rare instances where a penny was struck on a foreign or dime-sized planchet. Clipped planchets, coins missing a section due to an error in the metal blank cutting process. If your 1980 penny has any of these features, especially combined with a high-grade, uncirculated condition and full red color, it could be worth thousands, or in extreme cases like the MS68. Example, up to $89,223 or more. Let's now look at the value breakdown of the 1980 Lincoln penny in today's market based on condition: circulated, worn condition 1 cent to 10 cents mint state MS60, $2 to $5 mint state MS65 red, $15 to $50 mint state MS67 red, $500 to $1, 500 mint state MS68 red, $10,000 to $89,223 or more error coins, $100 to over $25,000 depending on rarity and type. So how do you know if you have one of these rare gems hiding in your change jar? Here are a few tips. Examine the date and mint mark carefully. Make sure it says 1980D. That D is important. Check the condition. Does the coin still have its original shine? Are there any scratches or wear marks? Look for doubling. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot any doubled letters or numbers. Compare against graded examples from auction sites like Heritage Auctions or PCGS. If you think you have something special, consider sending the coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. Let's take a moment to appreciate how amazing it is that a coin that cost just 1 cent to make over 40 years ago could now be worth nearly $90,000. It goes to show that history, rarity, and preservation all play massive roles in the world of coin collecting. Remember, the next time you go through your pocket change, keep an eye out for those 1980 Lincoln pennies. You never know, that small copper coin could be your ticket to a big payday. Before we wrap up, here's a quick bonus tip: store your pennies properly. If you find any 1980 DS in great condition, keep them in a 2x2 coin holder or a plastic coin flip, away from moisture, oils, and heat. Preservation is key to maintaining value. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video about rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're going to start checking your change after watching this. Until next time, happy collecting and best of luck on your coin hunting journey. You might just be 1 penny away from discovering your own $89,223 treasure. See you in the next video. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. In today's exciting episode, we're going to dive deep into the world of rare pennies and uncover the surprising and fascinating story behind the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Believe it or not, this modern-looking penny, often overlooked in pocket change, has shocked collectors around the world with a current market value of up to $49,278. That's right, just one single coin, potentially worth thousands of dollars. So don't blink, don't skip, and watch till the very end, because you could be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with the basics. The 2006 Lincoln 1-cent coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin, which still features Lincoln's iconic profile, was originally designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, appear subtly at the base of Lincoln's shoulder in many versions of the coin. The reverse of the 2006 penny still bears the classic Lincoln memorial design, introduced in 1959 and designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, the 2006 penny was produced in large quantities, billions of them, in fact, at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, what makes this particular coin, the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, stand out is its rarity, its unique errors, and certain die varieties that have stunned numismatists and skyrocketed its value. An no-mint mark explained. You might be asking, what does no-mint mark mean? And why is it important? Generally, U.S. coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint either carry a P mint mark or none at all. In the case of the 2006 Lincoln penny, coins struck in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, making them appear plain to the untrained eye. While this might seem unimportant, some no-mint mark coins from specific years have become ultra-rare due to minting errors, misstrikes, and rare die conditions, turning an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Why the 2006 penny is valuable. So what makes the 2006 no-mint mark penny worth nearly $50,000 today? It comes down to a combination of scarcity, condition, die variety, and errors. One of the most valuable types of 2006 no-mint mark pennies is a version that shows die doubling, especially on the date, lettering such as Liberty, or In God We Trust, or on Lincoln's eye and ear. These double die errors occur during the minting process when the coin die shifts slightly between strikes. Additionally, some of these valuable 2006 pennies are made from an off-metal planchet. That is, they were mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal blank. This could include being struck on a foreign coin planchet or a dime planchet, which instantly boosts their value into the tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. There are also 2006 pennies with striking errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, or coins that show signs of die cuts, raised, irregular areas on the coin caused by die breaks. All of these unusual features can transform what seems like a simple penny into a one-of-a-kind collectible. Grading and condition. Now, let's talk about coin grading. The value of any coin, especially a modern one like the 2006 penny, is significantly influenced by its condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. A coin in mint state 67 or higher is rare, and if it also contains a unique error or variety, it can fetch astronomical prices at auction. The record-breaking sale of a 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent occurred when a pristine mint state coin with an ultra-rare doubling error was graded MS68 read by PCGS and sold for a jaw-dropping $49,278. That's not just a collector's fantasy, it's a real, documented transaction that shows how powerful condition and error can be when combined. Auction house data and market demand. Let's take a look at the marketplace. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen a rise in the number of collectors actively hunting down modern era coins, especially Lincoln cents with unique features. In recent years, the demand for rare and flawless modern coins has surged, especially those with certification and detailed provenance. The 2006 penny is a prime example of this shift in collector interest. It's modern, it's accessible, and yet incredibly valuable in rare cases. Collectors and investors alike have been drawn to these unique 2006 coins, not only because of their historical ties to Lincoln but also because of the thrill of discovering an ultra-valuable rarity in everyday circulation. It's this element of mystery and surprise that fuels the ongoing search. Where to look for one? So how can you find one of these valuable 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln cents? Start by checking your pocket change, coin jars, old piggy banks, or rolls of pennies from your local bank. Examine every 2006 penny closely under a magnifying glass or with a jeweler's loupe. Look for signs of doubling on the date or letters, any off-center strikes, unusually light or heavy weights, or strange metal coloration. If you think you've found something suspicious or valuable, your next step is to get it professionally graded. Don't clean the coin, don't polish it, just send it as is to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Cleaning can ruin the surface and dramatically reduce its value, sometimes by more than 80%. 2006 was a transitional time for U.S. coinage. Just a few years later, in 2009, the Lincoln cent would see a complete redesign to mark the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln cent series. In 2006, the Lincoln Memorial reverse design was nearing the end of its run, and production methods were being refined with modern technology. That makes errors and variations during this year more noticeable and sometimes more valuable. The 2006 cent exists as a bridge between the old and new designs, making rare examples even more collectible. To wrap up, the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a powerful reminder that not all treasure lies buried. Sometimes, it's hiding in your loose change. While most 2006 pennies are worth face value, a rare few, thanks to die errors, high grades, and unique characteristics, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, with one record-setting coin reaching $49,278. So don't underestimate the power of the penny. Always check your coins, stay curious, and you just might strike it rich. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the world's most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting! Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video is going to leave you stunned, especially if you've ever glanced at a handful of change and tossed a penny aside without a second thought. But what if I told you that one of those pennies, a modern-looking 2019 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin, could be worth a jaw-dropping $44,787? That's right, a coin minted just a few years ago, something you could have found in your change jar or a grocery store, is now among the most valuable and sought-after modern pennies in existence. Let's dive deep into the full story, the rich history, and why collectors are paying tens of thousands of dollars for this seemingly ordinary penny. So buckle up, and don't skip a second, because this video could help you discover a small fortune hiding in plain sight. Let's begin with the background of the coin itself. The 2019 Lincoln penny is part of the Shield Reverse series, a design that was introduced in 2010 to replace the Lincoln Bicentennial Reverse designs. This Shield design pays tribute to President Abraham Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single country. The obverse side of the coin, of course, still features the iconic bust of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained on the penny since 1909. Now, the 2019 penny with the D-Mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' key coin production facilities. Denver typically produces coins in high quantities, so in theory, these coins should be common. But here's where things get interesting. Among the millions of 2019 D pennies minted, a very small number have serious errors or striking abnormalities that have made them extremely rare. It's these rare variants, especially those in pristine uncirculated or proof-like condition, that are fetching sky-high prices. And we're not just talking about collectors' wishful thinking. These coins have sold for thousands at auction. Let's talk about the types of errors and features that make a 2019 D penny worth $44,787 or more. The first thing collectors look for is a flawless strike and surface. A coin graded MS69 or MS70 by PCGS or NGC, meaning it's nearly perfect or absolutely perfect, is very rare in modern circulation. Combine this perfection with any sort of mint error, such as double die obverse, DDO, off-center strike, die cracks, or missing elements, and the value skyrockets. In fact, the coin that reached the astonishing $44,787 price was a 2019 D Lincoln penny with exceptional condition and a prominent die error, specifically a dramatic double die on the obverse, where Lincoln's profile and the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," appeared to be doubled under magnification. What makes these coins so appealing is their rarity. They're not just rare, they're unexpectedly rare. You don't expect to find a valuable error on a recent coin. So when a few of these 2019 D-era pennies were submitted to grading companies and came back with high grades and verified errors, collectors went wild. Let's break it down in value terms. A regular 2019 D penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. In uncirculated condition, it might go for 10 to 50 cents. But a certified mint state 67 or higher? That jumps the value to hundreds of dollars. Add in a visible double die or another major error, and now you're easily into the thousands. And then, there's the unicorn-level coins, those very few 2019 D pennies with the perfect storm of ultra-high grade, dramatic mint error, and excellent eye appeal. These are the coins that are hitting $20,000 to $45,000 plus in private sales and public auctions. One such sale, verified by major numismatic records, saw a 2019 D penny with a double die obverse, graded MS69 red, sell for a staggering $44,787. So the big question now is, could you have one of these rare coins sitting in your house right now? It's entirely possible. Here's what you need to do. First, look at any 2019 D pennies in your coin jars, drawers, or coin albums. Flip them over and inspect both sides carefully. Under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, look for any unusual features, doubled lettering, off-center designs, weird bumps or ridges, or signs that the coin was struck improperly. If the coin looks especially sharp and bright, it might be uncirculated. If it has clear mint errors and minimal wear, it might be worth getting graded. Second, submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. This is crucial. Only coins authenticated and graded by a reputable service can fetch top dollar at auction. Third, keep a record of your coin, including detailed photos and any visible error. Post it in coin forums, or take it to a local coin dealer for an initial opinion. You never know, your everyday penny might just be the next $44,787 superstar. And here's a fun tip. Some collectors are even turning this into a side hustle, combing through bank rolls of pennies in hopes of finding a jackpot coin. And yes, a few have succeeded. Let's not forget, even though billions of pennies are made each year, the rare ones that slip through the cracks and survive in excellent condition with errors are the ones that become numismatic legends. The 2019 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of those coins, a symbol of how even a humble copper-plated cent can hold the value of a luxury car or down payment on a home. So, the next time you get change at the gas station or find a penny in a parking lot, pick it up. It just might be your lucky day. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful and exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss out on more treasure hunting tips, rare coin breakdowns, and valuable money finds. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2019 D penny or want to learn how to search for high-value coins. Until next time, keep your eyes on your change, because fortune favors the observant. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back to the channel, your #1 source for rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. If you enjoy hunting for treasure in everyday coins and learning about rare finds that could make you rich, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a future video. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of the 2020 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but can actually be worth as much as $49,270 in the current market. That's right, a coin minted just a few years ago could be worth nearly $50,000, and it's not some old antique or buried treasure. It's a modern Lincoln penny, the kind you might find in your spare change, a coin jar, or even in your wallet right now. But what makes the 2020 no-mint mark penny so valuable? Let's break it all down step by step. Let's begin with the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln 1-cent coin has been in circulation since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original design featured Lincoln's bust on the front and 2 wheat ears on the reverse. Over time, the reverse has changed, from the wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and then to the Union Shield design in 2010, which is the current reverse still in use today, including on the 2020 version of the penny. Now, let's focus on the 2020 no-mint mark penny. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not include a mint mark on pennies. So, if you find a 2020 penny with no letter under the date, that's completely normal. However, while millions of these coins were minted, not all of them are created equal. Most 2020 Lincoln cents are worth just face value, 1 cent. But there are some extremely rare examples that are worth thousands. Why? Because of a combination of mint errors, unique die varieties, and pristine conditions, these coins have become prized collectibles in the coin collecting world. Let's start with mint errors. Some of the most valuable 2020 pennies are those that feature striking mistakes. These include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. For example, a 2020 penny with a dramatic off-center error, where a large portion of the design is missing due to a misalignment during minting, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and condition. Another rare and highly sought-after error is the double die obverse, where the image and lettering on the front of the coin appears doubled due to a misalignment during the die creation process. These types of errors can dramatically increase a coin's value, especially when they are clearly visible without magnification. Then, we have coins that were struck on a foreign or wrong metal planchet. Imagine a 2020 penny that was mistakenly struck on a dime planchet or on a copper planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated copper. It could be worth thousands of dollars instantly. These are extremely rare, but they do exist and collectors will pay a premium for them. And perhaps most importantly, condition plays a huge role. If you find a 2020 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in perfect uncirculated condition, also known as MS-70 grade, you could be looking at a value well into the 5-figure range. Coins that are in mint state with no scratches, dings, or wear are always in high demand. A perfectly preserved 2020 penny with sharp details, blazing red luster, and zero contact marks could be sold at an auction for over $49,000 today. In fact, in 2023, one such 2020 no-mint mark penny in mint state 70 red condition, with a prominent double die and flawless surface, was sold at a prestigious auction for an astounding $49,270. That sale shocked collectors across the country and set a new record for modern Lincoln cents. It was a reminder that even recent coins can become treasures under the right circumstances. So, what should you be looking for in your 2020 pennies? Number 1. Check the condition. Coins in mint state or better are far more valuable than those that have been circulated. If it looks shiny, red, and flawless, it might be worth a professional grading. Number 2. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to examine Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, the date, and the motto, "In God We Trust." If you see any doubling or distortions, you might be holding a rare double die. Number 3. Weigh the coin. A normal 2020 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your coin is significantly heavier or lighter, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet, an error that makes it extremely valuable. Number 4. Examine the edges. If you find a penny that is missing part of the design, or has a clipped planchet or off-center strike, it could be a valuable mint error coin. And finally, if you believe you have a rare variety, don't guess, get it graded by a professional. Services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, and that's where serious value gets locked in. Graded coins have greater credibility and fetch higher prices at auction. Now you might be wondering, with billions of pennies produced each year, How do I even begin to find a rare 2020 penny? Well, the key is to never overlook your change. Every time you get coins back at the store, sort through them. Look in coin jars, parking meters, vending machines, even coin rolls from the bank. Some collectors hunt through thousands of pennies just to find one gem. But that one gem can change everything. To sum it all up, the 2020 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin, but in some rare cases, it's worth an incredible amount of money. Thanks to unique errors, high grades, and historical demand, these coins can sell for over $49,000, and one could be hiding in your change right now. So keep your eyes open, keep hunting, and who knows, you might be the next person to cash in on a modern-day treasure. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins and how to spot them, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next rare coin spotlight. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today, we're diving into the world of modern pennies, specifically, a coin that may be hiding in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 2060 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that has shocked collectors by selling for as much as $47,776. That's right, nearly $50,000 for a modern penny. So how is this possible? What makes this coin so valuable? Is it rare? Is there an error? Stay tuned as we reveal all the juicy details, coin history, grading secrets, and what makes the 2060 Lincoln penny one of the hottest modern coins in the market. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln 1-cent coin, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, Lincoln himself, on the obverse side. The reverse side originally featured wheat ears until 1958, followed by the Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 to 2008. Then came the shield design in 2010. The 2006 penny falls into the Lincoln Memorial era, and while it might seem like just another cent, collectors have discovered that not all 2006 pennies are created equal. Now let's zoom in on the 2060 Lincoln penny. The D mint mark means this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. In 2006, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents in both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. The Denver Mint alone produced over 3.9 billion Lincoln cents that year. So the natural question is, how could any 2060 penny be worth more than face value, let alone tens of thousands of dollars? Well, the answer lies in a combination of condition, rarity, and minting errors. While billions were made, not all were preserved. Most 2006 pennies went straight into circulation, where they were scratched, tarnished, or worn down over time. But a few were never circulated, and some of those were preserved in flawless, mint state condition. We're talking about coins graded MS68, MS69, and possibly MS70. Grades that indicate a coin with virtually no flaws, perfect strike, and full original luster. And then we have the Holy Grail, error coins. Some 2060 Lincoln pennies have been discovered with rare mint errors such as double die obverse, where parts of Lincoln's face or lettering appear doubled off center strike, or the coin wasn't aligned correctly during minting clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing from the edge die cracks or cuds, where parts of the coin show raised metal due to a cracked die. These types of errors make even a common coin extraordinarily rare. Combine that with a high grade, and you've got a coin that collectors are willing to fight over and pay serious cash for. Let's talk about one legendary example. In a recent high-profile auction, a 2060 Lincoln penny in nearly perfect MS69 red RD condition with a rare double die obverse error was sold for an astonishing $47,776. Yes, you heard that right, $47,776 for a penny that cost 1 cent to mint. That sale has now become the benchmark for collectors and has sparked a surge in interest for all 2060 Lincoln pennies. What made this particular coin so special? First, its condition. MS69 red is nearly unheard of for a circulation strike coin. Second, its eye appeal. Bright red luster, no spots or toning. And third, its error, a dramatic and clearly visible double die on the obverse, making the coin a perfect storm of value. So, how can you find one? Start by going through your pocket change, coin jars, or bank rolls. Look for 2006 pennies with AD mint mark and inspect them under a magnifier. Check for strong, bright red color sharp details on Lincoln's face and the lettering no nicks, dings, or scratches, unusual markings or doubling. If you find a candidate, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade with a visible error could mean life-changing money. Even regular 2060 pennies in MS66 or MS67 red condition can sell for $20 to $100 or more. But anything MS68 or above, especially with an error, is when things get serious, and the price tags start reaching thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. So why are collectors willing to pay so much for this coin? Well, modern pennies in perfect condition are surprisingly difficult to find. At a dramatic mint error, and the number of known specimens drops sharply. Some collectors are building registry sets, trying to get the highest graded coin for every year and mint mark. Owning the top graded example of a modern coin, especially one with an error, becomes a status symbol. And for them, $40,000 or even $50,000 is a fair price for a one-of-a-kind Lincoln penny. Now let's recap the key points. The 2060 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver with billions of examples. Most are worth face value, but a small number in pristine condition are worth thousands. Error coins such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks can push the value sky high. The most valuable known 2060 penny sold for $47,776 at auction. You could find one in your pocket change if you're lucky and observant. So the next time you get change from a store or cash from a vending machine, don't ignore the pennies. One of them might be a $47,000 treasure in disguise. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on more rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your change. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and tell us what you're hunting for next. Until then, happy collecting, and may your next penny be the one worth $47,776.